Hello, Beez Bladers. Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. I have a brand new knife from VOSTEED. You ready to check it out? Look at this. Comes with a very nice patch for all you patchy patch lovers. And they have some of the nicer boxing and packaging. I gotta say, get this tin and, ooh, check it out. Wanted, dead or alive, VOSTEED Raccoon. Armed and very dangerous. Cash reward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, $59 million. That's a lot of zeros. And check it out, VOSTEED support and return and replacement service and all that fun stuff. And you get a VOSTEED card. Ooh, here you go. Look at this. 14C28N. There's a little bit of info for you. And I'll flash all that stuff across the screen here once we get the knife out. And it comes with the cloth. But I haven't been showing packages, but when you get a knife with packaging this nice, I have to show it. I just gotta. Oh, are you ready? Are you ready, Freddy? Here it is. This is the VOSTEED Raccoon. Oh, yeah. Check it out. Look at that in all its raccoonness. Very nice. I like that they have, it's obviously a reversible pocket clip, and they have the filler tab. That's very cool. Very, very cool. And there's a lanyard hole for all you lanyard lovers, and we have some micarta going on. Would you look at it? Just look at it. That's some nice looking texture. Now, feel-wise, I'd give it about a 4.5. It's not super grippy, and this is a button lock, and check this out. When it's closed, that button does not come up as, well, the button is recessed. It doesn't even come up as high as the scale, so that's very, very interesting. And on this side, here's your clip. The clip is very low profile. Let me check right now and see how it goes in and out of the pocket. Not too shabby. Yeah, I'm not getting any hang-ups. It's nice and smooth. And if you look here, there are no screws, no mushrooms growing in the shade. It is inset, which is very nice, very, very nice. Low profile, which I'm pretty sure that's going to make for some very good ergos. And look at this. The back is super clean. You have a micarta back spacer. Very nice. You ready to see this blade? Pow! Right in the kisser. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, mama. I got it. One of the things that I'm so excited about with this knife is that 14C28 blade steel, micarta, reversible pocket clip, and it's a button lock. You get all these features, and they come in 3 different colors, and these are only $59 with free shipping. When I see a price point like that for this kind of materials, and I already know VOSTEED doesn't make junk. They make very nice knives. So that right there had me excited from the get-go. Look at that. There's your T8. And what's the body screws? Those look like, that might be a T8. We'll check this out. We're going to take this apart or disassemble it. That way, if you get one or if you're thinking about it, you'll know how to take it apart. And here's this side. A Raccoon 14C28N. Let me wipe this blade off. There we go. Much, much better. Look at that. Beautiful satin finish, nice and clean. Doesn't have a bunch of billboarding all over it. And your total blade length is right there at 3 1/4. And then your sharpened blade length's coming in just a hair under 3 inches. And let's check out this edge. What's it gonna do on a piece of paper? Oh yeah, listen how clean. Whoa, that is super, very super duper. That is super slicey. I gotta tell you, that is a good edge. I mean, look at that. When it is shaving paper off like that and it has such a high-pitched sound, you know you have a good edge from the factory. And let's see how the fit feels. Now, I do know one thing, that if you get, there's a $5 off coupon. I'll put the coupons down below so I won't have to put it all over the screen. If you get one, you get $5 off. If you get 2, you get 10 off. You get 3, you get 15 off. And I'll put all that down there. So what's our lockup? Look up. The lockup looks like it's around, I'd say about 35%. At least that's the part that I can see anyway. And how about the centering? Oh yeah, it is dead centered. Look at that nice strong tip. And are we solid? Left and right, up and down? Absolutely no blade play whatsoever. And as usual, we'll do some quick size comparisons for you. Here is the Spyderco Tenacious. And how about the Civivi Chevalier? Got another button lock in there for you. So I know a bunch of people got the Chevalier. This sitting on top of the Chevalier, you can see that, Chevalier just looks like it makes more sense, but I'll go with it. The handles are just about exactly the same. The Chevalier, you get a little bit more blade. You know, a size comparison just isn't complete without the QSP Penguin, my old favorite. And how about a Civivi Elementum? It's Elementum, my dear Watson. What? Wait, what? So a little bit bigger than the QSP Penguin, and definitely bigger than the Elementum. So you probably have one of these. Now you see you get a little bit bigger blade, got some choil action here that we're going to check out in just a minute. And let's do two more. One of my favorites that I carry all the time, the KIZER Gemini. Yeah. And last but not least, another KIZER, since you know how I am with KIZER, the KIZER Hiccup. How about that? So you're right in that range, right in that size range of between the Hiccup and the Gemini. The blade, Gemini-wise, the Gemini has just a tad more when you come to sharpen length, but they are just about the same as far as length and blade. And while I'm thinking of it, there's another one I want to show you here. I had the sample or the prototype sent, and here is the prototype, and it's G10. Now, I don't see that they have G10 available, but I'm wondering if this is something they're thinking about in the future. And I think white's a great idea for all the folks that love to dye it their own color. But there's an idea of what the G10 looks like. It has some pretty good texture, not too heavy, not too light. But I don't even know if they're going to be offering it in G10 because this is what it came as a sample or prototype to check out. All right, so let's check out the action of the ergos. Here we go. Are you ready? Pow! Right in the kisser. Ooh, yeah. And, oh, it is smooth as butter. I'm definitely glad I got this one to show you in the video. The sample was a little rough because, you know, it's a sample. Wow. Listen to this. Operates like a dream. All right, now we have a contender for budget button lock of the year. $54 with the coupon for 14C28N. And it's a button lock, and it has the thumb studs. Oh my, can we reverse flick it? Oh, easy, super easy to reverse flick, left-handed. And you're talking an ambidextrous knife here because you have a reversible pocket clip. It's a button lock, it's easy to use with either hand. And wow, that comes down so nice. So you can open it that way. You can slow roll it for a little swingy swing. Oh yeah, I gotta tell you about the ergos. And you can open it with the button, do your cuts, shut it back, put it back in your pocket. Very good, very nice for one-handed. When you're making quick cuts, you got to cut something and put it back in your pocket. It's all about not having to use two hands. Speaking of hands, my hand from here to here is 4 inches, from here to here is 3.5, and from the bottom of my palm to the tip of my middle finger is 7.25. Let's see what it looks like. Very, very comfortable. Give it the old bee squeeze. No hot spots at all. Now, something that I've noticed that I like about this is the way this is dented, or not dented. What do you call that? The way it comes back, I don't know. You guys will have the words. I run out of them sometimes. But I like that because if your hand is big and wider than mine, I have a large width hand. If your hand is even bigger, your pinky is just going to fit on here. It's not limiting you by coming up this way. That way you are good to go. So if you have huge hands, you're still going to be able to wrap your hand on there and it be comfortable. Now, this right here, you can choke up. It is a very usable choil area. Now, your heel's right here. So, okay. Here we go. Jipping. There's your jippy. Look at that. Very nice jimping. They did a great job. They always do a great job with their jimping. I would have went out farther, but you know, that's just my thing. My hand hits it very well. Now, when I choke up, I wouldn't mind if they were jimping out here, but you know, that's just a me thing. That's not a nitpick by any means. That's just a preference. So this is a very comfortable cut. This is a great size EDC knife. It is super lightweight. I like how it feels in the hand, and yeah, I'm trying to find somewhere where it's sharp. If you look along the edges right here, the edges of the scales are rounded. Your liners are inset, which you're going to see because we're going to take it apart here in just a second. Matter of fact, let's take it apart right now. Something I forgot to mention is the button. You know how I talked about how the button doesn't even stick out above the scales? Well, even when it's open, look at there. Look at the profile. The button doesn't even stick out as high as the pivot, which is very nice. So gripping this, you're not going to accidentally hit the button. I get asked that a lot with the button locks. My hand doesn't push that button whatsoever. So I'm glad I actually thought to tell you all that. You know, it's not like I can easily be distracted or, you know, anything like that because, well, you know, my corda. All right, let's see how easy it is. Well, you only have to go one way, so we already know it's a D-shaped pivot. So we have to go from this direction, and ooh, it came out very easy. I doubt that there's any thread locker. Oh, what did I? Uh-oh, I just flung the screw. Whoo! Oh, I'm sweating it there for just about a half a second. There's your T8, and there is no thread locker. Well, is there? No, looks pretty darn clean. So you can use a thread locker if you want to. And let's do this dude, and I think, boy, this one doesn't feel like it had any thread locker either. So you might not need it. Well, it has a little dot of it on there. I don't know that it was engaged. It didn't feel like it. Is that all we need to do? Oh, yeah. So 2 screws, and she's apart. And, ooh, I felt a spring do a little bit of action there. Here's the inside of your button. Nice and clean. And there's your liners, your inset liners. Look how freaking clean. Wow. That is really clean. And look at that. Would you look at them? Just look at them. Ceramic ball bearings. That's what I'm talking about. And there's your I always want to say screw. It's a spring. I remembered this time. How about that? So there's your little springy spring. And let's set that over here so I won't forget where it is. And you know, we don't even need to clean this thing. I will put a little bit of looby-doo on it. But wow. I mean, if you're watching this for the first time and you've never seen a knife taken apart, that's all you got to do is just use a little bit of alcohol on any kind of rag that doesn't leave a bunch of lint behind. So, you know, I said I wasn't going to clean it, and here I am cleaning it, but there's nothing to clean off. It is, you could eat off of this puppy. Holy moly. So before I get it all strewn everywhere, that's what it looks like taken apart. You know, it's not difficult, but we'll see. I'm curious how easy it's going to be to get this spring back in. I'm going to get a little bit of looby-doob. Get you some knife pivot lube. If you haven't heard of it, get you some KPL. I have a discount, 10% off the KPL. And you know what? I got to do it. I got to do it. For all of you that watch the channel all the time, sorry, I got to do it. Here I am apologizing. Because I have to say hello and a shout out to everybody that's driving right now that listens while you're driving. Let's see. Pay attention to what you're doing. Bees. All right. So there's the back spacer. There's a little pin in that back spacer that I just pushed down into the hole, which is going to look like this. I pushed it down into that. There's the back spacer. And we got our looby-doob on here. And I'm going to put let's see. These are facing outwards. The bearings are facing outwards. I'm just going to put a little extra on there. And now how are we going to get this? Let's see. I'll figure it out so you don't have to. Will I, though? So where's our button? Our button, you know, I'm thinking I'm going to do... All right, so hopefully you can see some of what I'm doing here. I'm going to get this spring and set it here. And then I'm going to push the button down, and I think I'm going to hold this and hopefully don't launch it into the other room. I'm going to hold it down here on the bottom like this and see if I can get the blade in there. Let's see. Put the blade down and then turn the blade. There you go. And now my blade is holding the button where it's supposed to be. Whew. Okay, I was a little nervous. And I don't know if I put any of this on the other side of the blade, but I'm not that concerned about it, because it is so stinking clean to begin with. I mean, wowza. Wowza. Shout out to our veterans and shout out to all the truckers that are out there driving right now. Hope you're having a fantastic day. So, and here's our stop pin right there. And you can see this. You got to make sure it fits all the way in. And surely it is not this simple. All right. What's the gig? What did I forget? All right, what did I miss? I missed something. I did. I missed something. I didn't get the button all the way in. I did something backwards. Let's see what I did here. Oh, I see what I did. See, I was being lackadaisical. My button came out of the blade. So that's no big deal. Whew. I felt something go ka-chink. I was like, what was that? So I'm just not paying attention. That's all right. I'm used to it. And I'm trying to be a little more observant to what I'm doing here. And get my spring in. So this one, the spring isn't as easy as some of the ones, unless there's probably a better way to do it that I'm forgetting. It came together fine when I just did it just a second ago. All right, so this time I'm going to leave it and there went my spring. Okay, we're back in business. So I'm hoping maybe there's an easier way to not lose a spring, but word of caution. If you're going to do this, be very careful and do not let up tension on that button whatsoever, because you do not want to be on your hands and knees crawling around on the floor trying to search for your button. Oh my goodness, trust me, you don't want to have to do that. All right, where's my, there we go. All right, so let's very carefully put this together. So now you know, if you're not careful, that button will release and you will have a spring go flying across the room. And you will not enjoy the situation whatsoever. All right, so are we back together? Yes. All right. Whoo! I'm telling you what. Now I have a story to share with you all on Friday night. Beez Blades live at the Hive. All right. Yeah, that is not the first time I've had a spring go flying across the room. And you know, this week at the Beez Hive on Friday night, we've got a story to tell. I had Mrs. Beez come down and help me look, and it was just a blast. So are we back together? It is solid. Are we centered? Yes. Let's go to the big screen. And we're back. So the VOSTEED Raccoon. What do I think about it? Are you kidding me? I think we have a contender for budget button lock of the year here. I mean, we've seen a few on the channel, but 14C28N, micarta, button lock, nice thumb studs, nice action, great ergos. You can choke up on it. Reversible pocket clip. Holy freaking moly. So I'm really curious. Tell me what y'all think about it. Do you like it? Did you enjoy the video? Are you good, bad, and different about it? But, oh, man, I gotta say, this is going to be one of those ones I grab and put in my pocket as I'm heading out the door. All right, so go watch this video. You're really going to enjoy that. Until I see y'all again or see in the live streams or at the Hive stream. Remember, live life in the present. Keep a Band-Aid handy. And don't cut yourself.